Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Isles of Sea and Sky, where, yeah, I see it. I recognized it eventually. This over here, this shit's traversable. This is shallow water. I do think this is kind of a crummy, like, there's no good reason for this to be a pool of water. This could have just been sand, and in my limited defense, like, this water up here at the top of this screen and this water over here are very similar in coloration, and like I should have realized that there's darker blue water here that is deep water, so the lighter blue water on this screen probably is not deep water, but also like there's absolutely no reason to signal this like this. This should just be sand. Anyway, so it turns out there are some screens up here that we have access to that I didn't realize we have access to. So perhaps some forward progress yet to be made. This obviously is slightly problematic. But we can fill that in. And fill that in. And then I would still need something to push onto the switch, right? Because I can't even get off of here. So hold on. Can I do this without spending all the boxes? The problem is that without moving this thing downward, I can't actually move any of the others. Because the thing to do here would definitely be to just shove both of these down, right? All right, let's try this puzzle here. Actually, this puzzle is not available to me, but we do have another screen at least. But that screen is not useful. Well, shit. I was really hoping that I had discovered something of value. But it does kind of seem like this extra pathing doesn't really take us anywhere unless one of these turns out to be mysteriously fake. Nope, no such luck. Gosh, it sure does seem like we're supposed to be able to do something here, right? If I move that at all, it ends up there. Yeah, it really sucks that that just forms water over the over the existing water. Okay, well, but hold on. If I push it left and then push this down. Nope, because I'm just pushing this into a corner. Damn it. I was thinking, like, if we could retrieve it somehow, right? Curse you, Sokoban puzzles. Alright. If I push this to the right, it's just going to end up in the corner, which we desperately need not to happen. But if I push this thing right, it becomes unretrievable, right? Because I can't stand in the space below it. Is there a way to make this? The thing about this is I don't see a way to do this right now, but I also don't see, like, this doesn't look like a thing that's going to get easier when we come back later to me. Right? I don't see an object that we would be able to interact with in a different way or anything. If we push this into the water, yeah, that doesn't do anything at all, right? Huh. Wait, why does that work like that? I mean, great news and everything, but I was just doing stuff there. Why doesn't the box stop on the spikes? That is the thing that I do not understand. Hold on a second. Before we do the thing that we're obviously supposed to do there, I'm kind of just like thinking, like, is there a spot where we can play with that mechanic at all? Okay, here. For example. Oops. Yeah, no, the boxes always just move an extra space coming off of the water relative to where you move to. That was something we had seen in action on this screen, and I guess I had forgotten about. Okay, well, I'm glad I managed to blunder my way through this puzzle then, because that's important information. So, obviously, this, and then if we lower the water level, that should give us access to a bunch of new stuff in the island. Also, this is open now. That's rad. Do we want to try to earn ourselves a star real quick before we go up? I think so. So, I think we can afford to just do this, right? There's no version of this. Oh, wait, no, sorry. If I'm going to go over there, I need to have rung this thing first. Because we can take care of all of the business we could theoretically have down here right now, and then it doesn't matter that we created a hole there and there's no way to get back in easily. Now, if I fill up the space there so that I can ring the gong... Actually, how would I even do that? I can't even push a box over to the right. Right, because we're gonna get hung up. Yeah, because of these blocks here. I either have to push it all the way to the bottom, in which case there's no way to get it to move up again, or push it all the way to the top, in which case there's no way to get it to move down again. So, is this box instead useful for helping me reach this blue thing? I kind of think the answer looks like no over here as well. Like, we can absolutely get the box into that hole up there, and that's cool. If I put this here and then push a box... I guess I didn't need to do that. It's not like a bad thing for the box to go across the water here. If I do this and then I push this box to here, what happens? Okay, it just destroys the other box. That's interesting and useful. Well, let's see about walking up here now. I imagine we're going to have a little bit of a difficult time approaching this lady, as we often do. Yep, there goes my brain again. I'm remembering sad worms or whatever. Who doesn't have a traumatic memory of a sad worm that preys upon them every time they approach happiness? Okay, the 4 elemental statue gods were defeated by the big snake. And then some lady, potentially this lady, fought it and gave them time to recover, and then they all went totally vampire survivors on its ass, and that did not work. That did not work at all. Well, that's a bummer. For her, I assume. Sadly, 5 is not 6. That's maybe like one of the most important things to recognize about 5 is that it is not 6 under almost all conditions. If I do... Never mind. I was about to say if I just push this up, but once again, can't actually push it to the left. Let me try something else here. If I push this down... No, we're going to run into problems any way that I try to do this. I really need one more blue thing. We can't get this one because we don't have the power to break the blocks yet. There's so many situations where we have this kind of thing going on. We must get a pull ability or something eventually. So this hasn't quite resolved any of our problems. We either need one more blue thing or one more key to make some kind of progress somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that this key is not actually available to us under the current rules of this situation. Well, actually, hold on a second. No, this doesn't work. I can't push this to anywhere useful. So I can't get to that switch, which means that we can't hold this down. We can't get that blue, whatever that is. Without breaking this block, we're not getting the sapphire that would allow us to gain power from the goddess here. And yeah. And without the key, we're not making progress on the other island either. I feel like we're so close. I feel like we are so close to things cracking. I just need to figure out how to solve one more puzzle around here somewhere. Really wish I was allowed to participate in this puzzle. Oh, well, you know what? We hadn't come over here with the water level lowered before. This actually might be something. Okay. That looks like they want you to go in that waterfall, but we can't do so just yet. Oh, that's not shallow water, right. This is curious looking, but it's not actually anything. And once again, we have a lot of boxes and shit, but nothing that we can do with them. Well, okay, so like this... There we go. That does something. We got a black crystal. Fucking, that's like the one kind of thing I don't want. It's the one kind of thing I have no interest in. Why? I'm sure it's good or whatever. I need other things. All right, just desperately dashing myself against every surface. This does look really weird, but it's not unique. There's another one of them over there in the top left. No idea what that might portend. But you know what? Now that hold on. Now that we've erased that block, if we go back and raise the water level, which I would do over here, we might actually be able to make something happen on that screen, because we could use the 3 boxes that we have access to as a floating bridge. But let's visit the other screens with the water level lowered, just to make sure we haven't given ourselves any new capabilities anywhere. This used to be deep water, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we might have some new stuff we can do over here. We're not gonna be able to go up. This doesn't seem super useful, although... Oh man. Those are swimming flippers. I do not know what to do with the dragonflies puzzle. 3 dots in the lower left corner. Arbitrarily, what if... like this, colored like a stoplight, reflecting that panel. No such luck. Yeah, whatever, there's a piece of knowledge that we're missing here. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So we can't enter this puzzle. What about up here? This might take us somewhere useful. So we could raise the water level here, which is interesting. Hold on. Can I get that one more time? Oh, no. Okay, it's not. I thought it was going to reset. I thought it made a series of moves that looked like they were executable on the grid. And so I was going to go off screen and come back and have it repeat the moves. But actually now it looks like it's just headed over there, which is interesting too, I suppose. We are definitely not going to be able to access that key. Well, I guess let's give chase for a second here. What? All right, hold on. Let me let me go over to the dragonfly puzzle. Okay, and then you just buzz off. So I'm assuming that the pattern of screens that it just traveled is maybe like a shape we have to push this in. Is the island a 5x5? The island is a 5x5. Okay, so I guess maybe I should have done that off of the grid. All right. So we saw it for the first time. It interacted with us here, and it went down and right. My memory is bad. If this turns out to be incorrect, I can just check the footage. We also can, go over and follow it again. It did like a little horizontal vertical movement waggle when we first encountered it. And then it moved screens in a way that should be reproducible on the puzzle as well. So there's a couple of things for us to try here. I'm getting distracted from everything else we were doing by this information. Gosh, there's so many keys around here. Wait, how did I get up? How did I get to the place where that was happening? No, it was this screen. It was this screen. Yeah. There's our friend. Right, so it looks like it goes down, right, and then it settles. And then it goes down. And then it goes right. So it's down, right, down, left, then right. Kind of. The problem is, like, we won't actually even know necessarily if we're doing the right thing. So starting from this cell, you went down, right, then to here, then to there, and then to here. Yeah, I don't... We might be doing this correctly even, and just, like, it may be the case that this part of the puzzle doesn't matter until you know the other parts of the puzzle. Yeah, I don't know. We might have to be able to do all three colors the same, like lock them all in at the same time. Yeah, nothing's happening. Okay. Whatever. I think there are some other puzzles we can do by putting the water up on that screen and then returning to some stuff. So let's give that a try. So getting onto that platform is not helpful because the only thing we can do is step into water that will take us to the part of that puzzle that we could already get to. Putting up the water level over here lets us at least try to approach some interesting stuff, maybe. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's see what this does. There we go. So that gong is unringable. Yeah, this is rough. Like, there's no way to get down here and ring this. Nor would there be even if we had enough blocks to like build a bridge or something. We'd like, it's completely surrounded by impassable terrain. It could be reached from below. But it looks like the area below it is an enclosed path anyway. And without being able to do that, this doesn't help us any. Obviously, this is not super useful by itself. You'd need at least 2 more boxes there. This screen's not going to be any different for our purposes. This is not useful. Yeah, no, this seems not to have helped us very much, actually. It's certainly not going to help anything to push that into the water or... Yeah. I mean, the thing that we really need to be able to do is to get down to the floor of this room when the water level is low so we can reposition that box and then raise the water level. Although actually, I guess that doesn't really even seem doable. Also, are we now... No, we're not trapped on this little bit of island. We can go this way. And end up back over where we were originally. Gosh, another xylophone puzzle. What does the area down from here look like? Not useful, sadly. This might be shallow water with the water level lowered. We didn't check that. Maybe. All right, well, it's certainly easy enough, although maybe a little slow to walk over here and turn this back down and check that room real quick. If we could just find one more blue thing, one more sapphire, it would really break things wide open for us. Nope, this is still deep water for some reason. Okay, nothing over here is going to be affected. Yeah. It's definitely frustrating that for everything that we have done and opened and figured out here, we have not managed to get access to one more key or one more sapphire. We're so close to like a big explosion of progress. And it is sometimes like very difficult to know whether the problem is that I am missing. Oh wait, what do I can get down here. We walked down to this room. Yeah, okay, we can adjust the boxes. So how do I make use of that? Can't walk under the waterfall, can I? No. If we were to... Like, unfortunately, trying to build a bridge to this thing really still is not feasible. I can't move the lily pads around while I'm on the ground. No. I guess, okay, a thing we could do. A thing we can do. We can... I'm trying to figure out how I would make us able to, with 3 boxes, we can construct a bridge that's sufficient for getting from the north side of this platform we're standing on to that platform in the top middle. But obviously I don't want to get anything in a hole before we raise the water level. So how do I get these things set up correctly for this? Because it's pretty easy to just push one into the middle here. Obviously that's good. But we're going to have a really hard time putting this in a place that matters. And if I push this up here and I hit raise level, I'm assuming it won't float up out of the hole. Maybe that's not a safe assumption. Oh, actually, you know what though? That would be pretty handy, right? Maybe it will float up. Nope, it doesn't. So this is still only almost good. Look at how close we are. I mean, that works really well if we have one more block. It's just a shame we don't. So I suppose down here we would only need 3 blocks as well if this tile is traversable. Right? Because we'd need one that is over top of where that blue block is now, and then one that's where I'm standing, and then another one here. But that's not actually doable. Okay, hold on. This started back here. Yeah, there's not really a way to get that 3rd block down until the water level's risen, at which point we can't push it downward from these spaces anyway, right? It is worth at least trying things because, as we have seen, I don't necessarily have the fullest grasp of all of the mechanics. It's so interesting how when you push a box off of this cliff, it falls 2 spaces, except when it doesn't, you know? Very weird. So if we set these up like this, then I run over and I hit the button. Wait. How did that happen? They combined into the same space. Is that going to be a... Oh. Oh no. The game is buggy. I do hate that very much. Alright, well when the water's up and the lily pads have risen, it is possible for us to get on the north side of this box. But unfortunately, it's not possible for me to... Yeah, it's not really possible for me to do anything else with that. Okay, Ooh. What if... Hold on a second. I think I have a thought here. There is another route that we can actually build that only requires 3 boxes to get up to the top there. Okay. Well, that's good, at least. Now we lower this, and that gives us access to a portal. Please, please, please. Okay, I mean, stars are not unwelcome. Okay, that gives us access to this, which is interesting. A key. Oh, okay. All right. Now we can get somewhere on that other island at the very least. If I am feeling stymied here, we have a direction we can progress. Oh, okay. So you fill in what the song needs to be by finding the music note tiles on the island. I had not made the connection between the note appearing on the staff and the music note space that we found on the previous island because, you know, they were several screens apart. And I think we may have... Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter why. The important thing is that now we know that. Information gained, which is probably the most valuable thing that can happen in a game like this. Now, the key's not actually useful for the purposes of this island at all, right? Like, we don't have a spot around here where we can use this. So I think I am going to just bail. The thing is, if that's true, if the key doesn't help us here at all, then that means that, I mean, well, like whatever path it is we're supposed to take, whatever it is we're supposed to gain, it's not going to come from the other island, right? So presumably whatever it takes to get us one more of these sapphires is something we can do on this island. Like right now, it's something we can do without any extra tools. So how do I find a place where I have disregarded our opportunities? What a ridiculous question, right? Me disregard opportunities? Yeah, to take advantage of the fact that we've destroyed the block the green block there so that we can actually push that box across and make a bridge. We'd need to be able to destroy the blue blocks anyway, which we can't, so there's no sense in approaching that. I guess here's a new question. For the purposes of this puzzle, do we get anything out of the fact that I can walk up here? I think the answer is no. Trying to figure out a way that we could possibly take advantage of this. It definitely feels like if we form that horizontal line or that vertical line of the 3 blocks, we're going to regret it. Gosh, it really does feel like we are so close to being able to get that sapphire. If I push this thing left, we're never going to get it back. We'll never be able to use it. But I will still be able to use the other 2 blocks. Right, like we do this. Actually, no, that corners everything. That makes all of them unusable. We don't want to push this upper block to the right yet because it will cause problems. We would like to be able to wait on that. But like this is no good. Because now we can do this safely, but we have created an unmovable 2x2 or a 2x1. And I guess this really does look like we don't have enough tools over here to solve this puzzle anyway, because, like, we need another water block to get pushed to the end there and turn into the corner, and then we need another one to cover the spikes, and then we need another one to, like... Yeah, this doesn't work. This doesn't work for us right now. All right, let's get out of here. Back to Fireland. It's some kind of forward progress. Forward's maybe a strong word for it. It's some kind of we did something. All right, I don't suppose the location is clearly marked on our map. No, and I did not elect to mark it with my flags either, so it's just not available information. Yeah, I have no idea where that was. Jeez. Okay. It's fine. All I need right now is to get through. Okay, here we go. Boy, I sure hope that was worth it. Okay, well. Gets us a star right off the top. That's something. And I'm always happy whenever we do something that allows us to remove one of those one-way blocks. But it does kind of look like that's all that did, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Alright, we're two gems short on this one. That's obviously what I meant to do. I'm gonna do calisthenics till I cool down a little bit. Nope, it turns out that doesn't work. You know, I can't imagine, but does this... No, that does not blow those up. That makes sense. It shouldn't. I wonder if there is a way to, like, chain explosions such that... No, I mean, there's no way to get a block to push another block down in the corner. I was wondering if we could cause an explosion that would hit the green block from the right, and thus maybe do the thing. But there's no way to get a block to turn the corner like that. I can't believe that was just a star, you know? Really does seem to be, though. All it allows us to do is hit that. This obstruction being out of the way doesn't do anything for us at all either. And I don't believe there's any place where 18 stars was a gate we had to worry about. I'm pretty sure there's a 20-star gate somewhere on that first island, right? I don't know what that could possibly do for us at this point. Is there a way? Like, I almost believe we could get this ruby down here with the right sequence of moves. The problem is that I'm not sure about the utility of that. It's hard to know precisely what the gain would be. Obviously, if I could destroy the red blocks, it would be very easy to get, indeed. Okay, we could probably ring this gong. Although that also doesn't really do anything. Oh right, I had figured that out yesterday, and then you die before you can actually use it for anything. What fun! Similar problems over here with the key. The thing where you die horribly really lowers the utility of other approaches. I guess if we could ring the gong and survive doing so, we would be allowed to, I can walk on this. No, I cannot walk on that. It would make us able to get the star at least, because we could then push a box into the position the thing's in now, push the box up from here, and walk around this other box. And we're at the point where, like, an extra star is kind of compelling as a reward. But since this thing's impassable... there's not really a good way for us to get below... like, in theory, we have enough boxes to get us to that metal up in the top left there, but there's no way to actually build that path. Yeah, we can't build the path up and then left from this location because we'll be stepping on too many hot tiles in a row. It would have to be left, up from here, where that would cause us to step on 3 hot tiles, which is survivable. But that can't be done without some kind of pullable mechanic, I think. So, I mean, this one thing that this little space here does is it does allow us to push blocks down from there. But I really don't know how I would use them. Right, like once we get this on here, what do you do with it? Is there a way... I wonder if there's a way to use an explosion to push a block into a more useful position. These blocks over here are completely not rescuable. This one on the bottom at least can be turned into a platform. I guess that's true of this one too, right? We can push it upward. But I can't do anything else with it. Same with this one. All I can do is push it upward. This can be pushed left or down, but it feels like these little like burning holes in the ground should be something, doesn't it? They're on a lot of the screens. But they just seem so odd. Okay, covering them up doesn't do anything. Yeah. We would not be able to experiment with, like, covering them up over here. All of these boxes are perfectly trapped in place. It does feel like there's something I'm not getting about this island. Too many of the blocks are in positions where it seems like they're impossible to manipulate. But there's something about that that has to be wrong, because why would they be there if that was the case? They wouldn't just like throw manipulable blocks on the ground all over the place and not expect you to actually do something with them. It's just really hard to know what that something is supposed to be. Have we been to the room south of here? We have, it looks like. How did I do that? Hold on. Let me just reset this. So I'm over here. If I wanted to get to the bottom, we'd have to do a little bit of strategic block pushing there, like... Because we got to leave the blocks in places where we can push them from above. Right. That doesn't actually work. For a bunch of reasons, that doesn't actually work. I can push this down, but if I do, there's no more pushing it anywhere else. Right, that doesn't help anybody. So what I did to see the screen below us was this, right? But also you can get down on the right side of the screen to get access to the area that you would get to by taking this middle path anyway. There's this active fire burning there. Oh, darn it, there's one more. I was going to say, what happens if we plug all of the little smoking holes on a screen at the same time? Does that cause anything to happen? Like a pressure explosion from below or anything? But it turns out, actually, we can't even investigate that. And that's true on every one of these screens that has those things. They probably are just graphics. It probably is just art. But it's weird art. Some might even say conspicuous art. And this just has a red block, yeah. There's so many of them, and they're so, like, tantalizingly close. This game's really good at tantalizingly close. All right. We made a little bit of progress. Kind of. I'm going to call this here for today. Apologies for the slow start. It really does feel like we're just on the edge of sort of like cracking open a new bit of progress. We just need to get one of these island powers, and all of a sudden we'll be able to open up so much more stuff. But I have no idea how to do that. So come back next time when I will absolutely have some idea how to do that. And we'll see you then.